When a man sits in silence, he discovers two worlds. The one outside, filled with noise and temptations, and the one within, filled with shadows and truths. Distraction is not merely the buzzing of a phone or the whisper of passing thoughts. It is the invisible prison we willingly enter every day. Imagine a cell where the door is wide open, yet the prisoners never leave. They sit in comfort, entertained by shadows on the wall, believing those shadows are life itself. Plato spoke of such a cave, where illusions kept men chained. Today, our cave glows not with fire, but with endless screens. The chains are invisible, woven from impulses, notifications, and cravings for constant stimulation. But tell me, if the door is open, why do we not walk out? I once sat by the fire inside a cave. Shadows danced along the walls, and the silence pressed heavy against me. The mind began to wander, restless, searching for something to hold on to. I realized, in that moment, that distraction is not an enemy outside of us, it is a seed inside us, watered each time we look away from our own truth. The fire taught me this. When we stare too long into the flicker of shadows, we forget the vastness of the night sky waiting beyond the cave. Distraction disguises itself as comfort. A man believes he is free because he can move from one stimulus to the next. But freedom without direction is chaos. And chaos, when repeated long enough, becomes despair. To chase distraction is to drink from a cup that never quenches thirst. The more you drink, the more hollow you become. There is an old story of an archer who wished to strike the heart of his target. His bow was strong, his aim was steady, yet his eyes wandered with every sound of the forest. A bird here, a whisper of leaves there, and his arrow always missed. One day, an elder approached and asked, "Do you shoot to be entertained, or do you shoot to strike truth?" The archer bowed his head, for he realized the target was never outside of him, it was within. To strike it required not sharper arrows, but a stiller mind. Consider the spider, patient in its web. The fly struggles against the threads, thinking each movement will set it free. But the more it thrashes, the deeper it becomes entangled. So it is with the distracted man. The more he reacts, the more he struggles against endless impulses, the more tightly bound he becomes. True escape is not in struggling harder. It is in stillness, in waiting for the moment when the web itself is revealed. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the presence of clarity. In stillness, we begin to see the patterns we once ignored. We notice how often we flee from ourselves, how much we fear the emptiness of sitting alone. And yet, in that emptiness lies a door that opens to focus, to mastery, to the ability to achieve without distraction. To sit still is to reclaim your power. To breathe deeply is to draw your arrow with intention. Long ago, a blacksmith was asked, "How do you forge such strong blades?" He replied, "I do not rush. I heat the metal until it glows, and I strike it only when the time is right. Too many strikes without patience, and the blade will shatter." Our minds are the same. Without patience, without silence between the strikes, our thoughts shatter into fragments. But with stillness, every strike becomes precise, every action meaningful. Tonight, ask yourself, what chains me? Is it the constant hum of information? The fear of missing out? The subtle comfort of never facing my own silence? When was the last time you sat alone, without a screen, without a sound, and listened to the silence? Do not be deceived by the glitter of distractions. The true wealth of life is not measured in what you consume, but in what you become. When the noise fades, when the shadows retreat, and when you sit with yourself in the stillness of being, you will see that everything you seek has been waiting patiently inside you. Walk out of the cave, step into silence. There, you will find freedom.